The first kind of proportion question you can get on a GCSE exam is one of these. It's often a sort of worded question, and it's sort of numerical proportion. We're not going to need to use any algebra to solve these, and they work like this. I'm going to start with this one first because it's the easiest, but we've got both of these so that we can see them. So first of all, 3 cakes cost £7, and then we might say how much for, I don't know, 8 cakes. Now the key is go via the number 1. So 3 cakes cost £7. How much does 1 cake cost? Well, 1 cake is going to cost a third of the price of the 3 cakes. So you need to do £7 divided by 3. And if we do that on a calculator, we'll get £7 divided by 3. Now you might have to do this on a non-calculator paper. It shouldn't bother us too much, just a bus-stop method. But we get £2, 2.3 recurring, right? So £2.33 to the nearest penny for 1 cake. So 8 cakes cost 8 times as much as that. So £2.33 times by 8. And the answer comes out as 18.6 recurring. So £18 and 66 pence to the nearest penny. Okay, so I divided by 3 and times by 8. So over here I've got to divide by 3 and times by 8. Okay, now that is where we have what we call direct proportion. If I buy more cakes, it's going to cost me more money. If I buy fewer cakes, it's going to cost me less money. Now what about this? 5 people take 8 to do a job, 8 days to do a job. How long for, say, 7 people to do the same job? Well, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to how long does it take 1 person, and then change that into 7. So here I've divided by 5 and I've times by 7. Now the problem here is if you've got more people, is it going to take more time to do this job or less time? If you've got more people, it's going to be quicker to do the job, okay? So if I've got fewer people, it's going to take longer to do the job. So 5 times fewer people is going to mean 5 times as long to do it. So when this one gets smaller, this one needs to get bigger. So watch out, this is called inverse proportion. Okay, so direct proportion, where things happen the way that you want them to. Inverse, things go the other way around. So 5 times fewer people, 5 times longer to do the job. So that's going to be 40 days. 8 times 5 is 40. And then if I, instead of 1 person, I've got 7 people, they're going to be able to do it 7 times quicker. So I'm going to do 40 days divided by 7. If you remember to sort of check the numbers that you've got for cents, 5 people take 8 days. Is it going to take 1 person longer or shorter than 5 people? If you check it that the numbers make some sort of sense, then it'll work. So here I've got 5.714 days. So you'd have to read the question, do they want it to the nearest day? Do they want it to the nearest hour? And write it appropriately. So if they wanted it to the nearest day, that would be 6 days. 7 people can complete that job in 6 days. So that is the numerical method for proportion.